Hi everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you're keeping well. I'm just about to do a workout, record it and upload it, and it will be there for you if you feel like doing it today, tomorrow, next week or any time at all. I'm going to do 10 reps today on each exercise. The last time it was 8 reps. Again, I'm just easing back into my own little workouts, nice and slow and steady. So for the first exercise you will need a chair because we are going to do a seated shoulder press. Any of the other exercises that I feel are a little bit more challenging, I will simplify them as best I can. We'll do 3 core exercises, and again, if you feel you cannot go down on the floor to do them, I'll give you an alternative exercise. So as I said, we're going to work in rep range of 10 with a small breather in between, and we'll stay at that same exercise for 3 rounds before moving on to the next exercise. So we'll have a seated shoulder press, we'll have a squat to press, we'll have a renegade row, and I'll show you 2 options for that one on the floor. Split lunge, you can use a chair for that one to hold on. It is a little bit challenging if you're doing it with just the dumbbells. We're going to have a bent over row, and then we're going to have our famous wall sit, and we'll do that for seconds. Again, we'll have our knee hugs for our core. We'll have a side plank crunch, and again, if you can't do that, I'll show you. And then we're going to have a bird dog. Okay, so we can any of these exercises can just be changed to suit you. And again, you can do 1 round, 2 rounds, or 3 rounds. We're going to do 3 rounds today, but if you feel it's just 1 is enough, you can always progress at your own level and ability. So again, keeping the warm up nice and simple, and then we get straight into it, into our little workout. Okay, so we're going to just, as our normal, the warm-up doesn't have to be complicated, just into those little movements to suit you. So we're going to sweep the floor and into the opposite side, nice and gentle, just stretch of that front leg and then into the opposite side. That's it. Good. Let's go into our little shoulders now. So 4, 3, 2 and 1, and then back. 4, 3, 2 and 1. Knees together and bent. 4 rotations. So 4, 3, 2 and 1. Pause, and the opposite for 4, for 3, for 2 and for 1. Into those nice rotations now. So we're going to fill that belly here in through the nose and expand, and then on the exhale breathe out. For 4, head to the wall, back to the center. For 3, that's it. For 2, and let's go for 1 more. That's it. My bone there clicking. That's okay, that's normal. For 4, good. That's it. For 3, I'm creaking. For 2 and for 1 more. Brilliant. And let's just alternate up. So 4, 3, 2 and 1. Now let's keep the 2 of them up and sit down. Just keep the arms up as long as you can. Have a little look up and to the opposite side. And we're going to go back up again. Sitting right down and then release up and then up. Let's go for 2 around the words, 2 each way. So 1 and 2. Now switch to the opposite. That's it. For 1 and for 2. Let's bring the 2 hands out. So just over and under. Just a few little swings. That's it. Let's go for 2 more. And for 2. Into the little shoulders. So up and down, up to the ears. 2 and 1 and forward. So for 1 and for 2. Now just touch the floor, bend the knees and a big stretch. Let's go for 2 more, right up, and 1 more, right up. Just little rotations of the ankles. So 4, 3, 2 and 1. Switch. 4, 3, 2 and 1, and the opposite. So 4, 3, 2 and 1 and switch. 4, 3, 2 and 1. Just some low impact butt kicks. So right behind. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and relax. Okay, so our first one is going to be our shoulder press. I have a little bench here. I'm just going to pull this over. Okay, and we're going to be staying here for 3 rounds. Again, 10 reps, dumbbells that feel comfortable, that you're able to press over the head. Okay, don't worry if you have to just drop them down. You might only get 8 reps, that's okay. I'm going to just get the stopwatch because we're going to be staying there for our 3 little rounds. So again, we want to be sitting down nice and comfortably. Okay, we're going to hold the dumbbells here, that V, and up and right back down. Okay, so again, Work to your own level. If that's too much and you want to drop one down, just hold one and just power it up and right back down until you feel a little bit more stronger where you're able to use the two, okay? So again, we're going to work for 10 reps. Okay, so let's get our little position. Exhale on the way up. 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out at the top. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and well done. And drop those down. Just take a little bit of a breather, and again, have your water handy just in case you want to take a little bit of a sip there. Okay, so again, remember the elbows horizontal down, not too narrow, just that little bend, and then right back up. Okay, take your time. We're going to take maybe 30 to 45 seconds rest. If you need more, that's okay. And we're going to go back then and repeat that for 2 more rounds until we move on to our squat to press. And again, I'll show you, if you're not using 2 dumbbells, you can use 1 dumbbell with that as well. Okay, so we're going to get ready now, 10 seconds into our second little round. I see the rain is back again. I got out earlier for a little bit of a walk, sunglasses on, it was roasting and I couldn't believe when I came back the rain was there. But look, if it is still raining and you need to get out, throw on the rain jacket, because if we're waiting for the good weather, we'll never go, will we? But it is still quite warm out. Do you know, that's the thing about it, isn't it? Even when you're wearing the rain jacket, you're actually roasting. 3, 2, and 1. Up for 10. Breathe out. 9. That's it. Good. For 8. Good. For 7. Up for 6. Good. Up for 5. Nearly there now. For 4. Good. For 3. Let's get 2. Last one. Anything over the head is going to be a bit harder. Well done, and full extension down. That's it. Great work. Okay, so second little round, they're done. I'm just going to put the little timer again on for our little bit of a breather. And again, if you need more rest, take it. And if you're just doing the 2 rounds now, you can have a little bit more breather until we get the 3rd round done, because then we move on to our next little one, okay? So it's hard to believe we're into what, the 5th of July. I'm here looking at the calendar in front of me. What does it say? Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Now, that's one to think about, isn't it? Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. I'll have to think about that one for today. That's really good, isn't it? Okay, I love those little calendars with the little quotes on them. My favourite little things. Okay, so are we ready to go for one more little round, and then we can move our little bench or chair over, okay? 3, 2, and 1. So breathe out, slowly up, slowly down. Up for 2. Up for 3. That's it. For 4. Up for 5. Halfway now, that's it. For 6. Watching the form. Breathe out for 7. For 8. 9, last little one. 10, and well done. Okay, drop those down gently. You can move your little bench just gently over. Again, I'm going to put this down and move it out of the way, and then we can get on to our little second exercise, which is going to be a little bit harder now. So again, it's going to be a squat to press. So if you're using the 2 dumbbells, okay, you can keep them up at the, oh God, I'm all white on my trousers. You can keep it here. You're going to squat and then press overhead. If that's too much, you can just use 1 and you can squat and press, okay? Or lighter dumbbells. That came off the dumbbells now, I'd say. Isn't that ridiculous now? Anyway, we'll have to get a cloth to wipe it. I don't know what that came off now. Okay, so we're going to do 10 squat to press, and we're going to stay there for our 3 little rounds again. So just take your time. You might not get the 10, that's okay. So feet are shoulder width, locking them in like that, corkscrew. Dumbbells, rest them on the little shoulders. So just parallel when you're coming down to the squat. You don't have to go too low if you're really sitting really low down. Okay, so 3, 2, and 1. So inhale and up, 10. That's it, 9. That's 3 done now. 4. 5, halfway. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Brilliant work. That is great work, fantastic. Have the clock on there. Take that little bit of a breather. I don't know what that is. The dumbbells have some sort of a residue on them. And it's not even dust. I don't know what that is. I'll have to change for my evening clients. That's coming off. That's a good sign. I might have to change. Good. Take that little sip now. The clock is ticking. I'm going to go into our second little round. So again, remember, take your time with these. These are challenging. Okay, back up to the shoulders again. So 3, 2, and 1. So right up, 10. Take your time. Exhale. 2 done. Up for 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. And 10. Well done. Brilliant. Take that bit of a breather again. One more round to go before we go on the floor to our renegade row. And again with that one, I'll show you 2 options because you can do it in a high plank position or just with the knees on the ground, which might be a little bit easier, okay? And then we'll be moving back then to lower split lunge. Again, you can use a chair for that one. The bent over row, finishing with the wall sit. You're doing absolutely brilliant. Okay, so we got one more round to go. Take your time, that's the last squat to press. Okay, so we're going to go in 10 seconds now. Last little 10 of this one. So right up, so 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, 10. Counting each one, that's it, 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Nearly there now, 3 to go. 2 more. Last one. And take a breather. Well done. Brilliant work. Okay, great. So taking that breather again, and while we're taking that breather, I'm going to go on the floor and show you the 2 options for our renegade row. So again, you don't need heavy weights with these. So if it's a thing that you're not able to do the high plank, you can just be in your kneeling position like this. Keep the knees a bit wider if you want. You're going to roll that dumbbell right back here, just to here. So this part of the dumbbell here, this part of the dumbbell when it's behind is going into the back pocket, okay? So you're rolling then to the opposite side. Make it a bit harder. You can come up into your high plank position and just bend down. So again, you've got that, the knees there, see that alignment, a little bit harder, coming right back. So I'm not in the 90 degrees, but I'm back a small little bit to get that position. Come up into your high plank and then just bring the knees right down, and we're going to roll. And then the harder version is coming right up, keep the feet nice and wide, and you can roll. This is tough. You're pushing the hand into the floor, into the dumbbell. Try not to rotate, so rotating like that, or just controlling it to the opposite side, okay? So I'm going to do that one. We're going to alternate for 10, okay? So you have 3 options there, so take your time, and it's going to be alternating for 10, so it'll be over very quickly. 3, 2, and 1. 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, bend the elbow, 5, 4, into 3, into 2, last one, and take a breather. Brilliant, okay. Taking that little bit of a breather. Okay, take your time. That's it, take your time. That's it. Now, we've got to do that again. Okay, so take your time now again. Remember, you can just be in this 90-degree and roll back. To make it a bit harder, remember you're bringing the knees like you're in that plank position or in that push-up position, and you're rolling back, and then the harder version. Okay, so they're all okay to do. All doing the same exercise, just sometimes we're just challenge yourself a little bit. Okay, so going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, last 3, 2 more, last 1. And take a breather, well done. One more little round to go. Flying through it. Take your time now, flying through it. Okay, just stretching out that hip flexor, that's it. Okay, we've got one little round to go. One little round, take your time now, you've got another 30 seconds. And then we're going to come up to standing and do that little split lunge. Again, you can use one dumbbell with that, hold on to a chair, or you can do it freestanding with 2 dumbbells or just your own body weight. There's always an option. Okay, so 10 seconds now, last little renegade row. And again, if it's too much on the 3rd round, if you're doing the full one, just come down to the knees and come back in when you're ready. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. So up for our 10, breathe out. Watch the bum if you're doing these, it's not flaring, the high ones. 3 done. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done, brilliant. Okay, so coming back up to standing, and we have our little split lunge. Okay, so we have loads of options here. So the first one will be just no weights, bringing my right leg behind, getting my little position, and what I'm doing is I'm just bending that knee right down. Of course, both the knees are going to be bent, and coming right back up. Watching my foot or my knees not flaring out or coming behind. So just straight down, squeezing the bum, not really locking that leg out. That's with no weights, just me. If you want, you can pick up 1 dumbbell. Okay, you could have 1, bringing it behind, going down and up, right down and up. Still a little bit more, you want a bit more of a challenge, you can use 1 dumbbell in each hand. Okay, so again, having your dumbbell in each hand, coming back, watching that little foot, right down and right back up. That still might be a little bit hard, and you just want to have your chair here, the back of the chair here. Okay, and again, you can have your hand on it, dumbbell in this hand, you can bring the opposite leg behind, same, holding onto your chair for balance, going right down and right back up. So we have loads of options, okay? So we're going to do 10 on one side, 10 on the opposite, and then 5 and 5 in our last round, okay? So I'm going to bring my right foot behind, have a little look to make sure it's okay, getting comfortable, and when you're in this position and you feel it's not right, you're too far back or too close together, your legs too close together, just fix it, reset and start, okay? 3, 2, and 1. 10, 9, breathe out to the top, 3 done, that's it, for 4, for 5, for 6, for 7, 8, 9, and 10. Brilliant. Okay, take a small bit of a breather because we're going to repeat that on the opposite side. Okay, so we have that with the left leg behind this time. You're doing brilliant. Okay, and then in the last round, it'll be a lot easier with only 5 and 5 on each side. You'll be happy out. All right, and then we're going to go for our bent over row. So we've actually 6 exercises today, so I have put in an extra exercise. And our bent over row is going to be holding the 2 dumbbells. Remember that bend, closing the car door. We're going to roll right back, nice and controlled, okay? And then we have our wall sits. That's not too bad. Just sitting up against the wall, says me, that'll be struggling when I'm doing it. Okay, so bringing the opposite little leg behind, looking at my little position. Okay, and you can do this yourself because I have my phone there so I can see. 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Well done, 10 solid reps, brilliant. So imagine, even after starting that workout, it's amazing how you feel already. Isn't it brilliant what it does for the headspace? If I could bottle it, I'd be a millionaire. It's not about that, it's about helping others feel the same way, I suppose, of how exercise makes you feel. For me, that's the important part. Yeah, it's great for the head. Okay, so watching the little clock here, we've got 5 on each side, and then that's our split lunge done. Okay, remember, use your chair, and if you're finding that you need the whole chair to balance on, just hold the back, bring one of your legs behind. This is your little position of the worktop, and just come down and right back up until you feel ready that you're able to progress at all the different stages that you can do this exercise, okay? So everyone starts at the beginning, okay? And some days we just don't feel like doing the hard version, we just want to show up and just do a little bit of the workout, and that's the most important part. So again, just looking at my little position, 5 and 5, with no break this time. Okay, so 5, come in when you're ready now. Get your 5, that's it, 2 done. That's 3 done. That's 4. And that's 5. Now I'm just going to reset, but when you're resetting, take your time. You don't have to go straight in case you kind of pull something or just, you're not in the right position. Okay, so going down for 5. That's it. If you're not ready yet, just get your 5 done. There'll be a breather. That's 3. Good. For 4, last little one. And for 5. Well done. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to go over the bent over row while we're taking our little bit of a breather. So again, this one can be a little bit challenging. And if you ever have a bit of niggle in the back, just come back up, stand back up again. So feet shoulder width, going to bend my knees, going to use the dumbbells, close the car door. Okay, hugging the shoulders. I like to start in this position and roll it right back. Okay, nice and controlled. Squeezing my shoulder blades. This part here is going into my little pocket. Okay, so from the side, bend, close the car door, hug the shoulders, and I'm rolling right back into that pocket. Bending those elbows here, okay? I'm going to do 10 reps, and we're going to do 3 little rounds, okay? So bend, close the car door, hug the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. 10. 9, pause the top. 8, don't let them fall down. 7, that's it. 6, squeeze the shoulder blades. 5, 4, that's it. 3, for 2, last one, and take a breather. Brilliant. Lovely exercise. Okay, we're going to take our breather and we're going to go back and repeat that for 2 more rounds, which just leaves us then with our wall sit for 30 seconds on each round, and 3 rounds of that, unless you're doing 1 round of it all, or 2, or maybe you're sticking with the 3. Okay, so again, take your time. So remember that, bend, close the car door, hug the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Pausing at the top. 10, 9, 8, chest parallel. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and take a breather. Well done. Okay, 1 little more round to go, and then back into that little wall sit as best we can. Okay, doing brilliant. Keep it going. Finish the workout. That's the most important part. Even if you're not doing all the reps, just finish it through, okay, you'll feel so much better. Okay, so 28 minutes done, 25, okay. We've just an extra little exercise in there, you see, that's why it's a little bit longer today. Okay, so last round, bend, closing the car door, hug the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1, hug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a breather. Well done. Fantastic work. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this over around here because I'm going to be doing the wall sit, and so I'm not cheating. I could be lying on the floor having a snooze and everyone else doing it, but I wouldn't do that. Okay. So I have the clock here, the watch. We're going to do 30 seconds. Sitting down as if we're sitting in our chair. If it's too much, just come back up and come back when you're ready. If you're finding at the very end and you can't push yourself off the wall, just, you know, or a door, make sure that the door is safe and all that if you're up against it. Just slide to the floor and come back up. I do that sometimes, so I just slide down and then get back up, okay? So ready for 30 seconds. Okay, so 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Just sitting back as best we can. If you want to go a bit lower, just relax the back and even the head, okay? We've 10 done already, okay? So 90 degrees there, okay? That's it. Take your time now, okay? We're at 20 seconds already. And then you can slide down to the floor. I'll show you what I do, or else you can push yourself up. 3, 2, 1, slide right down, and then you can get back up, okay? It's a nice little way, otherwise you'll be just pushing yourself up, okay, from the wall. Okay, taking it 20 seconds, we're going to go again then straight into our second round. We'll have a 20-second breather. If you want more, that's okay. And then we're going to go and repeat that for our second round, and then one more round, then onto our core exercises. So we have a knee hug, side plank crunch, and a bird dog, and I'll give you all the different ways to do them if you can't do them on the floor. Okay, right back for our wall sit. That's it, so 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds from now. Yeah, so the knee hugs, that's just kind of lying on the ground on your back, and we're going to do double knee hug. That can be a nice little one. You can do that standing, just standing up, alternating. I'll show side plank crunch, then again we can just do that standing, and it's a little bit harder on the floor. And then bird dog can be done on your bench, your worktop. Again, you mightn't get the same benefit of doing it on the floor, but if you're doing it on the floor, it's a very easy one. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, so see there, I pushed myself back up this time. 20 seconds, one more round, flying through it. So you have 28 minutes of a workout done already. So we'll have our core, 2 rounds of 30 seconds. So that'll be 3 minutes of work, and then our cool down. And then we are done. It's a great feeling. Okay, so getting ready again into our little position. Once the position is in, I'll start the clock. 3, 2, and 1. So remember, challenge yourself to go like into that 90 degrees. Like if I'm up here, you know, you need to be down a little bit further. That's it. Keep breathing now. Focus on something that you might be doing nice for the weekend, or maybe your next little meal that you're having, that you're looking forward to having, or your cup of tea. Those little things that fill our cup and that make a difference in our individual life. Isn't that it? We all have those little things that get us through each day. 3, 2, 1, and reset. Well done. Okay, fantastic. So I'm just going to bring this right back over here again. So as I said, the first one was a knee hug, and I'll show you that on the ground. But if you're doing it and it's the standing one, remember it's just alternating. So we're bringing that dumbbell into the knee here, or into the leg here. Okay, so you can see there, in here, and then bringing it up. Your side plank crunch, if you're not doing it on the floor, you can do it to here and up. To make that more challenging, you can have another dumbbell, which is hard, keeping that one up here and then crunching. That's a different kettle of fish. That's it, definitely is hard. And then the bird dog can be challenging. So again, if you had like your little bench like I have here, I'll just take these down for a second. You can do it on the bench, all right? But it's one that is not very challenging on the floor either. If you can bend on your knees on the floor, it's not too hard. So you could be here. Okay, it's the opposite arm opposite leg. Now, it's harder probably to do it this way because I'm kind of doing the high one, but we'll be having our knees bent on the floor, so I don't think it'll be that hard. But I can show you the version of just kind of doing opposite arm, opposite leg in high plank position. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be on the floor. But I think everybody can do this one really, if you're able to bend. Just the other two I'd be concerned about. So for our bird dog, we're in this position here, and you're doing opposite arm and opposite leg, but we're engaging our core and we're trying to use our connection breath. So here I'm filling my belly with air, and on the exhale I'm breathing out and engaging my core point, my foot down, hand is to shoulder height, foot to hip height. And again, as I'm staying there, I'm just putting my foot down here like this, and then going to the opposite side. So for the likes of you doing that, we'd say on the likes of this here, you can be in this position, but you're not going to get the same range of motion, okay? But you could do the high plank one if you wanted. And again, the knee hugs are standing and side plank crunch is standing. The bird dog would just be my only concern, but I think anybody can maybe just kneel on the floor. If it's a thing that you're kneeling down and you cannot keep, we'll say, the leg lifted, you can just do opposite and tap the floor to the opposite, tap. Okay, same as the hand. If you can't bring it out, just do both, tap and tap, until you're able to kind of bring in the full way of doing the bird dog. Okay, so don't panic about that. It's more about the breath on that one, relaxing the core and engaging the core. And I will tell you when to do that when we're doing that particular exercise. Okay, so again, we're going to start off and I'm going to show you how to do the knee hug. I'm going to simplify it. Then we have our side plank crunch on the floor, and then we're going to come back then and do the bird dog. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just turn this a small bit again. So make sure the dumbbell now is not too heavy for the knee hug, okay? So double knee hug, keeping the knees bent on this one. So we have the dumbbell behind here. Make sure you can see me okay. Okay, dumbbell here, you're going to hug the knee and you're going to drop it right back down. You're going to hug the knee and we're going to drop it right back down, okay? So what we'll actually do is we keep it to reps of 10 because it'll make it a bit easier. 30 seconds might be a little bit too much on some of these if you're only doing them and you're new to them. Okay, so we're going to do 10 reps. So we're going to do 10 knee hugs. So again, you can extend the legs out if you've been here for a while, but I'm going to keep it simple today and keep mine bent. 3, 2, and 1. So 10, drop it down. 9, 8, remember do them standing. 7 with your alternating if you can't get down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax that down. Okay, brilliant. So again, it's the same with the side plank crunch. You've done this one before. Remember that elbow under the shoulder. Bring the knees behind, lift the hips, hand here, and you can either bring the elbow, crunch in and reach over, keep the foot off the floor, or if that's too much, bring it down, and you're going to repeat that movement. If that's too much, lift the hand to the knee and over. So crunching in, bring the foot to the floor, harder to keep the foot up. We're going to do 10 on each side, starting with this side first. 3, 2, and 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And of course, if you've been here and you're doing these for a while, you can do the full one. Crunch and up, dropping that foot down or keeping it up, okay? Just watch that you don't hurt yourself, okay? So now we're going to go on to our bird dog. So again, this is nice and simple. This is not a hard one. Again, we're going to do 10 alternating. So in this position, my hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. I'm letting the belly relax. So I'm breathing in through my nose and filling the belly with air. And on the exhale, as I'm going to breathe out, I'm going to raise my arm and my leg, just shoulder and hip height. I'm going to breathe out and I'm going to engage my core, which means I'm going to squeeze it in. Okay, hold for 3 to 4 seconds and I'm going to go to the opposite side. Exhale. Engage. Inhale, fill the belly, exhale. Point the foot down. Exhale.
4 done. 5, 6, opposite arm, opposite leg. 7, 8, 9, exhale, and 10. Well done. Okay, take a little bit of a breather. Going to go back now to our knee hug again. Okay, back again to our little knee hug, and then we have our opposite side plank crunch, and then back into our bird dog. Sticking with those 10 reps, okay? Okay, so let's get to our little position. We're going to go in 3, 2, and 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reset. Well done. Okay, that's our 10 little reps done of that one. Now we're in the opposite side plank crunch. Again, elbow under the shoulder, lifting those hips as best you can. Okay, take your time. Okay, lift those hips, and we're going to go for 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Brilliant. One more bird dog, okay? And then we do our small little cool down. So again, hands under the shoulders. Remember, breathing into the belly, let it expand, and on the exhale, exhale. Hold for 3 to 4 seconds, engage the core. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe out for 4, for 3. 2 more. Last little one. And take a breather. Well done. Brilliant. Okay. So that is approximately, we're coming up probably at 40 minutes, a bit longer that one. But again, just do what you can with that workout. It is a lovely one. I really enjoyed it. And just work to your own level. That's the most important if you want to do 1 or 2 rounds. So again, we're going to keep the cool down nice and simple, and we'll get to that maybe just under 40 minutes. Okay, so we're going to reach right up overhead. That's it, and come right out. Stretch right out. 3, 2, and 1. Right up again on the tiptoes. So go 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Let's bring that right leg behind the left and reach. Back down to the little center. And right back up again, left behind the right and reach. And right back down to that center. Let's that little lean forward, keeping the both feet on the floor. Watch that heel, it's not raised. Reach out and up, down behind, squeeze your little shoulder blades together and gently sit back. That little lean forward again, and the standing leg slightly bent. Just bring the other leg behind. Same with the opposite, so reaching out and then up, down and behind, and squeeze that shoulder blade together. Gently sitting back, release forward, bending that back knee, standing leg slightly bent. 3, 2, and for 1. Open that chest nice and wide. Big inhale. Exhale, look over to the right hand. Back to the center and opposite. Now bring that right hand over, don't hold to the joint, and bring the head over the opposite side. And the same. Right over and to the opposite side. Now rotations back for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1 more. Brilliant. Okay, just crawl right down to the center, and again with the hands, just let them hang, and bend the knees slightly, and just that yes and no. Now slowly come back up, and 1 more. Slowly down, crawl down, and the hands in the center, and yes and no. Right back up. And we're going to finish our 3 little breaths. That nice inhale, exhale. Right up, and 1 more. Fantastic. So I hope you enjoy it and you get to do it, or else you maybe have your own little workout on the app that you'd like to do as well. So it's great to get it done over the weekend and you feel so much better in yourself. So again, as I say it every week, checking in is really important. I can't help you if you don't check in. It doesn't have to be an essay or a book back to me, it's just how you're feeling, what you're struggling with. I know summer can be very challenging for everybody, but remember that even if you're maintaining like the weights you're lifting, or you're maintaining your individual goal of your, the weight loss or weight gain, or, staying the same is progress. So, remember that. I think we're always focusing on the things that we're not doing and all the change that we have made, like we're forgetting about all those changes. And it's really important that we acknowledge those changes. But all this comes down to mindset changes, and all these changes that we want are all our behaviours that takes time to change. They're all habits, and if we're trying to change all those at once, it won't work. But ticking off one of them and moving on to the next, and then what happens is in time it just becomes normal and it becomes your lifestyle, and then it's rinse and repeat. Like if you're on a plan and you're doing it for 12 weeks, like when the 12 weeks is up and you just go back to normal life, that's not going to work. So it has to be continuous. When you finish up the plan, the work that you were doing still has to continue, unfortunately. And that's why you'll always hear me saying rinse and repeat. And I know it's easier said than done when you've got, a busy life and work gets in the way and family commitments. I get all that. But, making that little bit of time for yourself on the days where you're maybe not as busy, or, things like that, and fitting something in for yourself will automatically make your headspace feel a bit better. And I often say when the head is in a good place, the body will follow. And this is not about massive physical results or anything like that. It's about just kind of changing your why and your mindset of maybe doing it for, as I said before, healthy aging, for bone density and muscle mass as we age. And just watching our food as best we can, to suit our individual lifestyles. So I hope you all have a lovely weekend. I'm always at the side of the phone with any of your struggles. I know I might be able to answer everything, or, because I know we've shown up for ourselves, and I don't have the magic wand to fix everything, but sometimes when you say it out loud, you just already feel better in yourself. Okay, take care, mind yourself, keep up the good work. Remember, your best is always enough. I see that, so I see what everyone's doing, and we'll catch up real soon. Take care and well done.